Um, well, let's see. I have to put it in student mode. There you go. That's much nicer. Come on. Well, I had a horrible chatbot this morning trying to figure out something on this one website. It had me like answer 20 different questions and it said, sorry, I can't answer that. Contact support. Alrighty. All right, project three. Um, you're gonna need your stock track too. So I'm gonna go into stock track. Log into stock track. Okay, let's see. What did I do trades in here? I think I did trades in here, didn't I? All right, do I have a portfolio in here? What do I own? Oh, it's been a while since we got in here. Looks like I own Ford, Gold, Google, and Apple. So you can look here in your open positions. The point is, I want you to pick your worst losing stock and your best winning stock. Okay. Now, it may be that you already got out of a position of a holding. You maybe already sold something. So you won't see it here under open positions, right? But for me, it looks like my loser was Ford and my winner was Google. Okay. But let me show you where else you can find things. So if you go to so that was open positions. If you go to closed positions here, you can look at things that you got out of, and I didn't get out of anything, but it'll show you that information as well. So check out your open positions and your closed positions, and pick your worst stock and your best stock. Okay, that's the first part. And for me, that was Ford and Google, right? And the next thing is let's go analyze those two stocks and answer the question of why one was a loser and why one was a winner. 9 times out of 10, it's going to have something to do with an earnings announcement. You're going to see we're going to go to a timeline of the stock, and you're probably going to see a big jump in the stock price somewhere. And take note of that date. And then we're going to go search in the news and look at the news for that company and see what happened. So something came out about that. Something good happened or something bad happened. That's my guess. I mean, sometimes we see somebody, we don't see anything, but normally it's pretty clear if you look at the date when there was a big jump in the price, either up and down, and then look for news during that time period. And you can probably ask ChatGPT. In fact, that's what I'm going to try. I'll show you the old school way, and then we'll try the new school way and see how they compare. So let's go old school. Um, I was just pulling down Bitcoin data, and investing.com was good for that. So let's see. I'm going to see if how that works here. If it because Yahoo has just gotten messier and messier. It's hard to do stuff in there. Um, Sorry, hold on a second. All right, let's look for the loser, F. Okay, there's F. Now let's look at the time period. What I want to look at the price chart. Here it is. So we see this right here. Streaming chart or interactive? I'm not sure. The nice thing about this so far is it seems it's a little cleaner, than Yahoo. Um, so this is one day. See right here, you can pick the time period to plot. One day, 1 month, 1 day. Let's see this. Can't we go any more than that? Can I go more than a month? That's not good. Oh, down here, look at the bottom. Let's go 1 year. Okay. And you know what? I should take note when I bought the stock. So I'm going to go back to my Ford holdings. Because even if you ask ChatGPT, you should tell it when you bought the stock, so it knows what time period to look, right? Um, oh, there's a news thing right there. I should look at that. You know what? Let me okay, transaction history. Do you see that? I'm going to go into transaction history, and it looks like I shorted Ford. That's important. So I lost because Ford went up. And I did that on September 24th. Okay. So let's look at the chart. Let's go to September 24th. It looks like right around there. If you see the date, it's hard to see, but at the bottom, there's a black square that's going across, and it shows that the date around there. And you know what? I think this is shown as, I'm going to change this to 1 day, and that shows the prices per day. And down here, there we go. So now I have daily prices over the last year. And so there it is. So something happened on September 29th. There was a big, and it went down, but then it shot back up. So somewhere over the month of between September 29th and October 20th, the stock price went way up. Because remember, I shorted it. I lost money because the price went up. So we need to know why the price went up starting around October 6th. Okay. So let's see what news they have. Here's news. You know, it's a little of a thing right now because they import a lot of stuff out of the country, right? So there could be a lot of like the politics and the what do you call the taxes, the tariffs and stuff. It could be embedded in that, and we may not find anything specific with Ford. Um, So I'm just doing this the hunt and peck way, right? Um, I'm scrolling through the news to about October 6th to see what's going on. Why did the stock price all of a sudden start going up? It looks like they had a stock upgrade. Do you see that? The investment banks, where the stockbrokers work, who manage people's money, they give clients stock recommendations on buy and sell. And so that's one thing for sure. And that can move prices. So that's what I would put. I would take a link to that article and then write it out in the assignment. Let's ask ChatGPT just for giggles. Or why did Ford stock go up from October 6th to October 20th? I think we're actually going to do Google, if that's all right. Primarily due to U.S. auto sales forecasts and positive analyst commentary. So we got half of it. For the project, I would stick with the analyst recommendations because that's kind of hard factual and we could back that up. The U.S. auto sales forecasts, you might have to do a little digging. I'd want to see some type of article or link to that data that supports that. So don't just say AI, but use AI to like find something and then you have to dig for something specific, okay? You can do the same thing on the winning stock. Look at the price chart over time, look when you owned it, and look for a big jump in the price, either up or down, and then start going through the news to see what happened during that time period. Okay? That was a little different. That was interesting. That was um so here, what's your highest return? For me, that was Google, right? And so check this out, put some information in there to support, cite your sources. You can take a web shot of the chart or something that shows the dates and stuff like that. And then to do the same thing with your lowest return. Okay? So about a half a page to a page and just write it right in the box here. Okay? If you do it in Word and then copy paste, sometimes it does get a little messed up, just so you know. If you do copy paste, maybe do paste without formatting, it'll be cleaner. Any questions?
For the side of the source, do we just pull up the link or like the top of the side?
The links, okay, yeah.
Okay.
Is this published on campus right now? Because I don't see it. see
I
program
think so.
3, but there's no submission.
So if you go into it, and then you'll put your stuff in here, right? And then you hit submit down here.
Start. Like, it's not like a 1 in 10 thing.
I think you can put in more attempts. I'm not sure. How many attempts do you want? Let me see. I think you can.
Ask information.
Or is there physical questions are separate before entering?
Well, you can go in and look at it without submitting it. So there's no time maximum. you can open up the project and look at the questions.
And not,
So-
we don't finish it the same day.
So maybe it is better, do it in Word or Google Docs first and then copy paste it in. Um, give me a second here. I'm just checking to see, if you have, if it gets messed up or something, you want to change it. If you have multiple submissions.
Right, so you can't access the instructions until you pull the quiz. So I guess my question is, do you need to do it in that setting? I
No,
understand there's-
no. No, you can open it up and go in. It's just like the homework kind of. You know what I mean?
Maybe I'll put this recording out too, so you can ask.
What's that?
You're gonna put up this recording. Well,
Yeah, yeah. I'm looking for the number of attempts, and I don't know why I don't see it. But, I'm not trying to trick you or anything like that, right? So if for some reason you're having problems, just email me. As long as I'm in a good mood, I'll look out for you, Just don't email me on a bad day or something.
That you